for today. Chance of rainfall is set at 45%, a 45% chance of rain falling today, but that would be later in the day, not right now. All right, now let's check out the motivation quote for today. And this one says, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. This one is a quote that I absolutely love, actually, because most of the times we don't want things to end. We don't want certain things to end. But once we start holding on to things or what used to be, we tend to stop ourselves or hinder ourselves from accepting something new and might be even better than what we're holding on to. I'll take it again. It says new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Now, this suggests that endings, though difficult, can be necessary precursors to positive change and growth. So it implies that what feels like a loss or a difficult transition can actually be a doorway to new opportunities, right? And a better future. So this quote, often attributed to Lao Tzu, and highlights the cyclical nature of life and the interconnectedness of endings and beginnings. Now let us break the quote down, right? Endings are inevitable. Whatever has beginning has an end. Is that what they say? Life is full of transitions, right? And endings are natural part of the process. So these endings can be related to, say, your relationship, your career, your personal growth or personal situation, family matters, and even the end of a phase in your life. So painful emotions are very real. Remember, yesterday we spoke about pain and suffering. Like, pain is normal, but you tending to want to suffer for a long time is a choice. Okay, so painful emotions are normal. Endings can bring about feelings of grief, loss, anxiety, uncertainty, and it is normal to experience all of these human feelings or human emotions as we adjust to the new reality. But these endings are actually mostly disguised as painful. So the pain associated with endings can make it difficult to see the potential of a new beginning, and it is easy to get stuck in the negative emotions and miss the opportunities that might be emerging. So sometimes, though it is painful, you don't punish yourself for too long. You want to be so optimistic that you're seeing the possibility of what could come from the ending. Just like they say, before a seed can germinate to become a tree, it has to get rotten first, has to be decayed and literally just die to grow as a plant and grow into a tree rather. So you have to trust the process. Despite the difficulty, it is important to trust the ending that it can lead to a positive outcome. Okay, so by embracing the lessons learned from the past and maintaining faith in the future, we can navigate these transition and emerge stronger. So opportunities for growth are there. Painful endings can create a space for new experience, new growth, and deeper understanding of ourselves. So they can clear the path for new relationships, for career path, or a renewed sense of purpose. So you have to be focused. You have to see that because one thing has ended doesn't mean that everything has everything is done. You're just like, no, things are nothing is going to work again. If I lose this person, I might never find anyone. Like, what if you find someone better? All right. Or if you lose a job, what if you get another job that pays you way more and stresses you way less? Okay. So in essence, the quote encourages a shift in perspective, urging us to look beyond just the pain of endings, but to recognize the potential for new beginnings and positive change that often lies hidden within those painful endings. So don't forget the quote for today says, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. So don't be deceived. What you're feeling right now, could feel like the end of the world, but trust me when I say that better days lie ahead. All right, so this one is Brimo doing Live Go On, and when this song is done with, we check out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies. But in the meantime, Life to Go On by Brimo. Stick around.
a long lost time, I'm up on a saint. Memories no dead to shape my thoughts, no regret, no pain. And all the ladies see me say my ovaries, pretty little baby, within my mama say. And everybody, they like a rookie. Mama tell me, within my papa say. When everybody, they work for me, for free, I frown, them shed the tears. If they go on, life would they go on. I crawl, I walk out, I say, Papa, if they go on, like the wheel of the turn, they go on. I run, I brawl, for school, for mosque. When I just believe to boy, I go wear my cape. Imagine the fate of the world, it did for my hand. You get the time life to show me pepper tales, no, my story. The song I've been this sing. If they go on, life would they go on. I run, I take off, and try to shoot down a nuke them all. If they go on, life wheel is the turn they go on. As I beat the road, I talk. Them try to kick me out, I buy the bus. And the truth in being they hurt me. You know, get the shield to protect me. I breathe in, I breathe out to feel alive, I say. And again. Them ditch the bus, them run. Them sell the people who bus, them run. I fix, I patch, I exhaust. Those who love to journey, them come. They go on. That's for wheelie, they turn, they go on. I stand for freedom, for my life. I love, I laugh, I thrive. To win fair, to feel alive. To stand the proper and to learn. To stand and try to free my mind. To be wise, to live in style. To take flight, to shine. To unlearn, to try again. To win some more, to go far.
Alright, Brimo doing Live to Go On. And don't forget, the quote for today actually just depicts that, you know, even though it feels really painful right now, what you're going through, life goes on. When something ends, a beautiful thing actually comes your way. Anyway, this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 14 minutes now past 8 a.m. from the studios, 20th day in the month of August. And my name is Bolabad. It is time to go through the front pages of various Nigerian dailies. I have the guys Guardian newspaper, have Nigerian Tribune, have Vanguard, and the Punch newspaper this very morning. So we begin from the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning, and the first headline says 2027 showdown, and that is the kick of the headline. Wike fires shot at Amechi, Babacher trashes ADC, and that story can be found on page 30 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. RMAFC faces backlash over pay rise for political office holders, and that story can be found on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. To another headline, court blocks ex-NNPCL boss's account amid EFCC probe, and that story is on page 3 of the Punch newspaper this very morning as well. To another headline, Yoruba elders weighed in as Alaafin Ooni field escalate, and that story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning as well. Now moving on to the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper, capital projects crumble as state cuts spending, and that story has a rider attached to it. Says governors cite insecurity, red tape for 2.7 trillion naira capital spending in 6 months amid rising travel and wage bills, and that story is on page 2 as well of the Punch newspaper this very morning. 36 governors unite to woo foreign investors via new platform, and that story is on page 17 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. To another headline, ex-NNPCL spokesman canvasses tax relief for media houses, and that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Our church attackers have ties to Al-Shabaab, says DSS. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. By-election winners get certificate of return Thursday, says INEC, and that is the final headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to Vanguard newspaper, and the first headline on the front page of Vanguard newspaper this morning says Edun Cardozo strengthening fiscal monetary partnership, and the story can be found on page 19 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. 2027, that is the kick of this next headline. Amechi's presidential bid dead on arrival, says Wike, and that story is on page 11 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. NBA rights AGF demands a release of Osun local government funds, and the story is on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Bandits kill 13 worshippers in Katsina Mosque, and that story is on page 26 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the biggest headline on the front page of Vanguard newspaper. United States report raises concerns over security justice in Nigeria, and that story has a handful of riders attached to it. Says identifies lengthy pre-trial detention delays as major challenges. Another one says notes 70,000 minimum wage as lost value to falling naira. Another writer says United States government praised for arresting Ansari leaders just recently, says presidency. And the final writer on the story says issues with judiciary security naira being addressed. All of this can be found on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. To another headline, NCAA summons Ibom air cabin crew Emerson for further investigation, and the story is on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Alaafin's ultimatum, and that is the kick of this headline. Empty threats from a dead empire, Oni's spokesperson says, and that story is on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Oh, Vanguard is changing lives, and that story is on page 7 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Now to another headline. This one is from the front page of Nigerian Tribune. We kick off with the first headline of War Church Attack. Court grants DSS request to hide identity of witnesses, and that story is on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, alleged NNPCL fraud. That is the kick of this headline. Court freezes 4 bank accounts linked to Mele Kyari, and that story is on page 25 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. NBA demands immediate release of Osun local government funds, writes AGF. The story has two riders attached to it, threatens legal action against federal government. And the second rider says Osun Traditional Council seek Tinubu's intervention. And that story is on page 3 of a Nigerian Tribune this morning. To another headline, Sacramento boat accident. That is the kicker of this headline. 24 still missing. As the story has a rider attached to it. It says NEMA confirms a recovery of additional 3 bodies, and that story is on page 25 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. APC PDP under fire as Falana warns of global fallout from Canada's terrorism judgment, and that story can be found on page 4 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. To health, of toothpaste made from hair could repair teeth and stop tooth decay, says report, and that story can be found on page 5 of Nigerian Tribune this very morning. To another headline, all electronic devices must be switched off during takeoff landing, says NCAA. And that story has a rider attached to it. It says no to airplane mode. And that story can be found on page 3 of Nigerian Tribune as well this very morning. To another headline, CSO seek independent body to select INEC chairman. And that story can be found on page 24 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. And to the final headline on the front page of Nigerian Tribune, this one says Customs Shippers Council meet over seaport delays, demurrage charges, and that story is on page 6 of Nigerian Tribune as well this morning. Now moving to the Guardian newspaper this very morning, the first headline reads PDP convention, that is the kicker. Wike's camp meets today to take position, and that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. NCAA revises phone regulation on domestic flights, and that story can be found on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. To another headline, NBA monarchs urge Tinubu to intervene in withheld Osun local government funds, and that story is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. To another headline, floods, lack of potable water, worsening cholera epidemic in 34 states. And that is the biggest headline on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And that story can be found on page 6. Has a breakdown of how, the outbreak of flood and everything, the report of cholera infections also in between June. By the end of June 2025, recorded about 86 deaths by June 2025 due to cholera, and all the breakdowns as Nigeria has been ranked as second worst affected country in West and Central Africa. All of that is on the front page, but to get the complete story, you would have to check out page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. So another headline, floods, lack of potable ASU braces for strike as protest rock branches. And that story can be found on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. To another headline, Sakar for 172 million subscribers as Tinubu cancels planned 5% telecoms tax, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 60% of public school teachers lack basic digital skills, says UBEC, and that story can be found on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now to another headline, our church invaders had links with foreign terrorist groups, DSS tells court, and that story can be found on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. Nigeria's minimum wage insufficient to lift citizens out of poverty, and that story can also be found on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Mixed reactions trail implementation of dialysis subsidy months after approval, and that story can be found on page 4 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. All right, now to another headline. NPA sports $2 billion funding gap as investor apathy stalls deep seaport drive, and that story is found on page 15 of the Guardian newspaper this morning, and that's the final headline I'll be taking from the Guardian and also for today. All right, we'll return tomorrow with another, fresh episode of checking out the front pages of various Nigerian dailies. It is back to the music. It is 8:25 from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. But do not forget, by 8:30, the sports crew will be in the studios to take us through the world of sports. But in the meantime, here is Basket Mouth teaming up with Blackburns and Chubaba with the song Trouble. Stick around.
Doctor. One time, me and Basket chill. They mind me business, our low key be. They plot our progress. No man does we chill. They pay and converse like everybody with observe and process. But looking at you, she looking at me. I check out where she confirm me. Before I know many boys we must. They tell me say I want cause trouble. As I look around, I don't see my involvement. So how is this my consignment? And how this one take consign me? And all that come with it, I give me. See, I come here from this person, baby. I look like a mama. See me see trouble, see me see trouble, see me see trouble, see me see trouble.
How this one take consign me? I got too many shorties to be chasing your chick. I got somebody's story in the back of my whip. I got somebody's mommy that won't leave. Somebody's mommy that won't leave. Is that your mama? I know they force anybody. I know big mama. I keep everything so clean. Don't want drama. I don't want them for Insta blog. I get so many girls for the IG. Many influencers where they find me. One get it big, but she ugly. But the way she put her down with him.
See me see trouble. See me see trouble. See me see trouble. See me see trouble. There's a power in the way, ready steady. I look around, I'm all you too sexy. I look at you, you so G, so your body will feed me too. I got this sleep trouble, can't wake up. The boy too fresh, no be me, cause and now she get her eyes, so she feeds you some. I like what she sees, so she flow with her. Right now, in the moment, I'm sharing with you the same excitement. Like you two, we create the same contentment. And that is my consignment. But tell me how this one take consign me. And only I come with it, I give me. Say I come here from this person, baby. I look like a mama. I tell how this one take consign me. And only I come with it, I give me. Say I come here from this person, baby. I look like a mama. Sing me see trouble, sing me see trouble, sing me see trouble, sing me see trouble. See me see trouble, see me see trouble, see me see trouble, see me see trouble.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Chest, I swear. If you don't get money, they kill like there. When I face my fears, there's nothing I can do from here. For more in the first date, I make mistakes, I swear. For knowledge, I sacrifice my fears. And I stand right here. I say I'm better and you can't compare. I do day I'm fine. You know they can't see me outside. And me, I don't walk, I did cry. When I get down, I do it day I'm fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I don't walk, I did cry. When I get down, I do it day I'm fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I don't walk, I did cry. When I get down, I do it day I'm fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I don't walk, I did cry. I see the look from my cheddar. I know say nobody only better. But if me and you get issues, I forgive you and I don't wish you. I still got love for you. I know say nobody only better. And me I see the look from my cheddar. But if me and you get issues, I forgive you and I don't wish you. After you choose, I don't like you. And if you like, if you dance it up, you not go out of the animal. For my cheddar, you know me, I don't play. If you like, I don't like it. And if you force it upon you, but you know say nobody do. If you dance it up, if you just do it for my you know they can't see me outside. And me, I dare walk, I dare cry. And when I get down, I do it, fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I dare walk, I dare cry. When I get down, I do it, fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I dare walk, I dare cry. When I get down, I do it, fine. You know they can't see me outside. Cause me, I dare walk, I dare cry.
You know, when you think about it, you feel like this song actually dropped like 4 years ago in 2021. And I said, like, what? It's been 4 years. Anyway, today's our Oscar Wednesday on the show. Hence the reason you've listened to some songs you've not heard in a bit. Yes, and that was Benson doing Outside. 32 minutes, that is 8:32 a.m. rather, from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. This is Melody Sunrise, and my name is Bolabad. Okay, it's time to talk sports. There is Daniel in the studios. Beautiful morning to you, Daniel.
Yeah, beautiful morning, of course. I don't know how to describe it this morning, but still beautiful.
What happened?
Yeah, because finally the boys got out of the chant yesterday. And I know you're going to laugh, but when I announce the next thing now, you will not laugh.
I will still laugh.
Because even though they walk out yesterday, they still walk away with 460 million naira.
I will still laugh. Good for them.
As a whole, as a team,
yes,
total team.
Good for
all
them,
the team, everyone.
Good for them.
Well, they went away with $300,000.
300. Who gave it to them?
Now, of course, that's a consolation prize.
Okay.
That's what
really?
they got.
That's nice. That's nice.
Compared to each lady getting $100,000.
Well, you know, we said yesterday that what a woman can do, a man can try to do it, not even do better. Try to do it, okay? You got it. But anyway, something you forgot to tell me yesterday was that even the ladies at the what was it called? The tournament going on in Ghana.
In Ghana,
right? They also
they
won.
also won gold. I tried this. What do you expect?
Can you see this
what
man?
What do you expect?
Imagine my shock.
No. I mean, you were having a win and win, so I don't want to have that.
Of course, we won again.
So I had to skip that part.
We won again.
I have to skip that part and say, the guys got gold.
Can you imagine? Anyway, what else is going on today?
Yeah, of course, Brownie Day also. One of Nigerians' best quality day yesterday for football. After it was released by Ayimba, I would say this honorably released by Ayimba. This is a 2018 AFCON winner for Nigeria.
That's sad.
And he had a fallout with Ayimba Football Club of Aba, and then he was released. And just a few hours after that, you feel like, you know what? Enough of this embarrassment, and he just retired from football.
Wow. Okay.
So they don't have anymore.
But you know how they do say that athletes never really retire.
Yeah, but for football, when you reach a age, maybe 39, 35.
Tell Messi and Ronaldo that one.
Because those ones, their age are real, but you know, we have what we call football age.
Wow. So what you're saying now, the athletes in Nigeria...
Come on, we all know that. Once they say they are 25, we know them immediately.
Under 21, when they get pot belly.
And in 3 years, you'll be wondering, where is the guy that played in 17 last 2 years ago?
Oh my goodness.
And you'll be seeing their younger sister celebrating 30th birthday.
You understand this thing.
How did you get here?
Anyway, all of that and more will be coming up. Danny will be informing you and things going on in the world of sport. But for me, I'm stepping aside right now to come back by 8:50. So yeah, it is time to talk sports in it. Stick around and keep it locked.
throw from deep now. Off a touching ball, it's Martins.
Make them look. And that is it, of course, for the Jan Eagles yesterday. As finally they came out of the campaign. Yesterday, despite a 2-0 win over Congo. But in spite of that, they still walk away with, of course, consolation prize of $300,000. So the defeat is not fatal. We can at least say the guys came, they saw, but unfortunately we're conquered. You're welcome, of course, it's Sport Connect on Early Sunrise. He's your sports here, Daniel Adeyemi. And yesterday we told you on the cruise show that, of course, the home base Eagles were out with the Congolese yesterday. It wasn't a easy game. Goalless at halftime. In the second half, the Nigerians, of course, boys got 2 goals in the net. And there were many who were saying the managers, they are the one to be blamed. Because these guys that you rotate, because of a lot of those players, they either didn't get chance to play in the first 2 games. Now he used them in the last game, the game that actually has no meaning. And eventually they were the one that turned out to come out with the 2 goals. Remember, these guys have been looking for goals since even before the tournament, or their preparatory game, except the one with Zanzibar, where they got a 1 goal. All their preparatory game also ended in goalless. They went into the competition without goals until yesterday, where what we will call the Team B of the Team B. The Team B of the Team B, because don't forget they are the home base Jan Eagles. And of course, that second team with the manager rotator yesterday got the 2 goals. And many are saying the manager, they are the one to be blamed. But of course, blame anyone, blame the right, blame the left. What is done is done. This genie is out of the bottles and you can't put him back in this bottle. They are out of this competition already. Au revoir. I don't want to dwell much on that. A lot went down yesterday, especially in the PFA awards. I'll come to that later. But let me tell you, it's no longer a breaking news. Just day before yesterday, Brownie Day was listed among the boys, the 20 men released by Imba FC of Haba. And yesterday, just barely 24 hours after that, Brownie Day come out himself via his ex-Ando to say thank you everyone. It's been a long ride. It's been a wonderful ride from the street to global stage and back, of course, to Nigeria. I've been everywhere. I've done virtually everything. And I have come to say bye-bye to football. That is Brownie Day announcing his retirement from football. The 2013 winner of African Cup of Nations with Nigerian Super Eagles, Brownie Day, has announced, of course, his retirement from football. Yesterday, he made the announcement on his official ex-Ando after his last, of course, professional football club with Ayimba, yes, FC of Aba. And he said in his words that after much thought and consideration, with mixed emotions, I've decided to retire from professional football. I would first like to thank God for the talent and, of course, and the long career I've enjoyed. He said, I thank my family, friends, and, of course, for their unwavering support and of course, understanding till this day. This game made me and gave me everything, incredible joy and sad days, the opportunity to travel and see the world, lifelong friendship, and, of course, so many unforgettable memories. To all agents who worked with me tirelessly, negotiated with my clubs, and, of course, made my dream possible, thank you. To all sport journalists, and that includes us, to all sport journalists who spent long hours, day and night, covering highlights in my career, I owe you a debt of gratitude. And of course, to everyone at the club, I've had the honor of wearing their jersey, representing them, and every coach and teammate who pushed me and rooted for me to be better, and to every fan who supported me through highs and lows. Thank you, Nigeria, for the opportunity you gave me to wear the national theme, of course, the green, white, green jersey. Though my time as a pro player has ended, football will always be part of my life as I enter the next chapter. Thank you all for being part of this journey, and I look forward to seeing you on this football street. The man is out of the game, but not totally out of the game. Maybe out of the stage, but now he's in the street. Yes, he's back in the street. Where he started from. Let's start from the bottom. Now we are here, and it looks like now we are back from the top. I mean, that's the saying. And sometimes you get so high on the top that you miss the low. We can say congratulations to Brownie Day. It's been a wonderful career. And away from Brownie Day, let's go there. Yesterday it went down. The PFA award went down yesterday. Left, right, and center. But I will start, of course, from the bottom, from the least. Of course, winning yesterday, winning everywhere yesterday. But Manchester City, Chelsea fans, please look away. You are not on this list. Chelsea fans, Manchester City fans, I'm so sorry to announce to you that yesterday at the PFA, for the first time in a long time, Manchester City and Chelsea took the back seat. First, the team of the year was announced. And it will shock you that there were no Manchester City nor Chelsea player in the team of the year. Yes, in the team of the year. You want to know the team of the year that they announced without Chelsea and Man United and Manchester City player rather? Even Man United player excluded. Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea all took the back seat yesterday at the PFA Awards. They got nothing. Not even plastic. Abba. And the goalkeeper of the year in the PFA, of course, you see Martials of Nottingham Forest. And then in the back of the defense line, we saw Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kakers, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and in the middle we have Declan Rice. We have Gabriel Bench, McAllister, and in attack we have Mohamed Salah, Alessandro Isak, and Chris Wood of Nottingham Forest. And winning, of course, the young player of the year is that Aston Villa player, Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers won the youngest player of the year at the PFA Awards yesterday. And a record one, the Grandmaster himself, winning it for the record time. PFA Players Player of the Year award goes yesterday to no other but that African man, the Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah. And Salah did it again and again for the record time, and putting his name in the history book of the first player to win the PFA award for the third time. No one has ever done it. Not even Cristiano Ronaldo. Not even Alan Shearer of this world. Not Didier Drogba. I tell you, not even Wayne Rooney. For the boy from Egypt, who is now a man, of course, in England, Mohamed Salah did it yesterday. And I will let you hear briefly from Mohamed Salah what he had to say after winning it yesterday. How did you rise? How did you rise from Egypt? From Egypt to the top of the world, dominating the English League, one of the most prestigious in the world of football. How did you do it? Mohamed Salah, tell me something. Let's go hear the voice of Mohamed Salah.
You're motivated by trophies, by success. Could you ever imagined back in Egypt to have achieved everything that you've achieved?
Nah, I don't want to lie, no. Of course I want to be a football player. I just want to be famous and have I can provide for my family, but then you don't think about that big stuff when you are in Egypt or when you still so small. But then when you grow and you start see things different and you start to have ambition, and after ambition, then you start to see the bigger picture. And yeah, all these things I start seeing it, but lately not like really when I was in Egypt.
I know you're motivated by trophies, by success. Could you ever imagined back in Egypt to have achieved everything that you've achieved?
Nah, I don't want to lie, no. Of course I want to be a football player. I just want to be famous.
Of course, that's the man right there. Talk about Mohamed Salah. He said it's either, of course, brick on brick. No one wakes up one day and said he wants to be the best player in the world. I mean, best player in the English league. For the top he's got 3 consecutive times. He said it's not possible. But brick by brick, just enjoying the game from the street. Start from the bottom, now we are here. And just after that yesterday, let me go to some transfer story, as I call it a day this morning. Just while that was going on, while everyone was celebrating the happenings there, Alexander Isak, the bad boy of Newcastle, the bad boy at St. James Park right now, while he was actually saying a very big thank you for the PFA for including him in the team of the year, he went further to say more than, of course, necessary or more than expected. And what did this young man say? Because already as we speak right now, it is over. I can say it is almost over between, of course, Alexander Isak and Newcastle United. Because both the player side and the team itself exchanged words yesterday. A tug of war everywhere. And what was it that this man came out to say yesterday? Alexander Isak came out to say, you know what? We are disappointed to have been alerted, of course. That's Newcastle saying we are disappointed to have been alerted by the post released on social media by Alexander Isak. He said we are clear that Alex remains under contract and that there's no commitment, of course, has been made by the club. And he said we want to keep our best player and understand the players have their own wishes as well, and we listen to their views. But as explained to Isak and his camp, we must always have to take into consideration the best interest of the club and the team and our supporters in all decisions. And we have been clear that the conditions for sale this summer have not been, of course, met. And that is Newcastle reacting after, of course, Alexander Isak came out to say, you know what, the relationship is broken, a heart has been broken, a promise has not been kept, and that is why all the things making rounds in the social media is making rounds, and that is why in person he was not able to make himself available at the PFA Awards. You don't worry, when we come in the evening on the cruise show, we are going to dissect everything. We're going to look into it. Some of these players these days, how they go haywire once they are not happy with their present club, even though they are under contract. Is it the right way to do it? Since when do we start losing these? It's not looking like as if there is so much respect for contract anymore. But don't you worry about the thing. Fingers crossed. We'll be back by 6 p.m. I'll be calling it a wrap on this segment this morning. We come in the evening. With the rest of the team, we'll look into it. I'm yours, nice and faithful, Daniel Adeyemi, and say, have a wonderful morning.
All right, so we're back to the microphone. Yes, and it is 8:50 a.m. from the studios, and this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. So I'm going to be giving a teaser to what we'll be discussing inside of the People's Assembly this morning. All right, so People's Assembly will kick off by 9 a.m., but I'm just going to give you a teaser. It has to do with salaries, has to do with an average Nigerian, and has to do with a political office holder. Yeah, Yeah, so we are going to be looking at the salaries, and there are some new development going around salaries, and it's not just the minimum wage was increased. So it'll be fair to actually review the salaries of political office holders. No, anyway, that is what we'll be looking at today on the show inside of the People's Assembly. So stick around. 9 a.m. we go live with our conversation. Okay, it is back to the music, and this one is Caesar Millie doing Yapa. Stick around.
It's Kelpie Vibes.
Yeah, I'm a Caesar Milliana. Kilo day, kilo fush. I'm a gay, yeah, mashallah, yeah. Emi lo gawa, emi ni baba, emi lo mono, emi la la, yeah. Suma big jaja, yeah. Kilo pi, malo far away. And you know, say my gun them day for me back, say we gallant, we know the fear nobody, body. Oh, yeah, passing me, say me lago. I'm a getting in the benzo. Show the ball, we can see Ronaldo. And me gone, let me nado. Oh, boy, you're passing me, say me lago. I'm a getting in the benzo. See, I got money plenty. And I can make it rain on you, my girl. Give me love, man up. 20. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20 that I'm away. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20 that I'm away. What's it gonna be? I got my mind and my money made up. Superstar, baby, you already know. Where the girl, them tell me where they at. Where the girl, them tell me where they at. You know we on time, so them up enough. Show the girl them so much love. Man, I the girl them sugar, you know me. Love it like them made up. Oh, boy, you're passing me, say me laugh. I'm a getting in the benzo. Show the ball, we can see Ronaldo. And me gone, let me nado. Oh, boy, you're passing me, say me laugh. I'm a getting in the benzo. See, I got money plenty. And I can make it rain on you, my girl. Give me love, man up. 20. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20 that I'm away. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20. What's it gonna be? Give me love, man up. 20 that I'm away. What's it gonna be? International, mug. International, mug. Supernatural, mug. Supernatural, man. International, man. International, mug. Supernatural, mug. Supernatural, man.
It's STG.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Myself, like what the hell? Really, boy, you Loving you and hating you is in
on your job like you employed, boy. Know that I'm saucy, got that sauce, sweet. I ain't about to stay up on this merry-go-round and round, cause we go round and round, but I don't want no clowns around me. I tell them who is you cuffing, I got them huffing and puffing, he keep on calling me baby like I'm a bun in the oven. I said,
radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
The world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it. Set fires to my forest and you let it burn. Sang off key in my chorus, cause it wasn't yours. I saw the signs and I ignored it. Rose colored glasses are distorted. Set fire to my purpose and I let it burn. You got off in the hurting when it wasn't yours. Yeah, we'd always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you to find me. This dancer was killing me softly. I needed to hate you to love me. Yeah. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to lose you to love me. Yeah. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to lose you to love me. I gave my all and they all know it. You turned me down and now it's showing. And 2 months you replaced us like it was easy. Made me think I deserved it. In the thick of healing, yeah. We'd always go into it blindly. I needed to lose you to find me. This dancer was killing me softly. I needed to hate you to love me. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to lose you to love me. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to lose you to love me. You promised the world and I fell for it. I put you first and you adored it. Set fires to my forest and you let it burn. Sang off key in my chorus. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to hate you to love me. To love you, to love you, to love you. I needed to lose you to love me. To love you, to love you, to love you, to love you. The chapter is closed and I'm done. To love you, to love you, to love you, to love you. It's goodbye for us.
Melody FM 100.7. From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
Alright, so we're back to it, and it is a minute after 9 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM. It's time to dive into a proper conversation this morning, and like I said earlier, we are going to be hinting on salaries this very morning. Okay, my name is Bolabad, and this is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. We are now live inside of the People's Assembly. Like I did say, People's Assembly actually runs from 9 to 9:30 usually every weekday from Monday through to Friday. Okay, so basically, as the name gives, People's Assembly is kind of like a parliament setting where I, for today, will be serving in the capacity of the Chief Speaker of the House, and you will be serving in the capacity of the Honorable of the House. Okay, so if you are listening and you are feeling like, yeah, I really want to talk, yeah, you are the Honorable of the House, you can literally just call in and air your opinion or your thoughts regarding a conversation or a discussion that I'll be bringing to the floor. So to contribute, you would have to call in or send messages, or just head to Facebook and drop your comments. All right, and when you do, just introduce yourself when you're calling in or texting. Make sure you introduce yourself as an Honorable of the House. Say, for instance, I were to call in, I'll say my name is Honorable Bolabad, calling from the Basharun constituency, because that is where we are located. Okay, so yeah, for today we are going to be talking about salaries, like I did hint earlier. Okay, so the conversation for today is centered around something, news that broke yesterday, and it's got a lot of people riled up. Okay, because the RMAFC actually did say something about an upward review of the salaries of political office holders. Okay, and a lot of people are saying, no, we're not going to take it, and all of that. So I'm going to try and get the news, because the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, has hinted at plans to review the salaries of political office holders, calling current figures outdated and unrealistic. Now, RMAFC Chairman Mohammed Shehu revealed that President Tinubu earns 1.5 million naira, just 1.5 million naira monthly, while ministers earn less than a million naira monthly. Rates unchanged since the year 2008. They described this as unfair, especially when some agency heads earn about 10 to 20 times more than political office holders. Now, however, though, the Nigerian Labour Congress, that is NLC, has actually strongly opposed the move, citing worsening inequality and heeding government perks. RMAFC rather clarified that it only reviews salaries for political, judicial, and legislative office holders, not minimum wage or civil service pay. So I think pay you Garrett. But in the meantime, angry masses, there's another news that says angry masses, Nigerians reject pay rise for Tinubu, Shettima, Akpabio, and others. Now, the Nigerian government is considering the upward review of salaries of political office holders following concerns that their current earnings are inadequate and outdated. I mean, what is the president going to do 1.5 million a month? I think you're getting it, right? So the chairman of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation Fiscal Commission, Mohammed Sheikh of Nigeria, 1.5 million naira, with a population of over 200 million people. Everybody believes that it is a joke. That was what he said. He further argued that the disparity between the political office holders and heads of federal agencies were unjustifiable, pointing out that some agency chiefs actually earn up to 20 times more than what a minister earns, or even the Attorney General of the Federation earns. Now, however, the move has stirred fresh controversy in the country because workers are still demanding for a living wage, not minimum wage, with millions of Nigerians struggling under inflation and rising poverty. Observers believe that the development has reopened debate about leadership, public trust, and the true cost of governance in Africa's largest democracy. Now, according to reports, it reports that although the minimum wage in Nigeria is currently set at 70,000 naira per month, as approved by the federal government and some state government, not all states safe have started paying 70,000 naira, especially for local government workers and primary school teachers. You recall that back in 2022, the Nigerians live in poverty, representing about a staggering amount of 63% of the nation's population. Now, the NBS report noted that deprivation remains high in sanitation, healthcare access, food security, and housing. Poverty is also more severe in rural areas, where 72% of people who are poor in the rural areas compared to 42% in urban centers. Now, in the same year, 2022, Nigeria's academic and non-academic unions embarked on an 8-month strike to demand better welfare, increased funding for universities. Yet, investigations show that little has changed in funding of tertiary institutions and welfare of varsity workers since then. So Nigeria exists to care for greedy politicians. That is what an observer is stating and reacting to the pay rise. Now, I'm going to open the studio lines right now. Yes. If you're saying that Nigeria is going to poverty and all of that, and 70,000 naira minimum wage is not even enough for an average Nigerian, why should you be paying the first citizen of the country 1.5 million, just 1.5 million naira per month? I mean, so the conversation now is, do you think that the upward review of, the salaries paid to the president, the vice president, and the ministers is a way to go? Or you think that the disparity is too much? Manage the 1.5 million naira. Don't worry. Should be just. Do you think it is, the right step in the right direction? Or you think that, they're doing more? I mean, if an average Nigerian can earn 70 million naira per minimum wage per month, I mean, then the federal government, should I say the president rather, should have a salary of 1.5 million naira a month reviewed. Ministers are earning lesser than a million naira. Do you think that these salaries ought to be reviewed? It's been since 2008. That was when the last increment came. And I mean, it's a lot, right? 2008 to 2018 is 10 years, and 2018 to now is about 7 years. So we're looking at 17 years ago was the last time the salary of its first citizen, or the number one citizen of the country, has been reviewed. What is your take concerning this? 07055 071007, 07055 071007, or 07025 201 007. RFMAC saying, you know what, we are going to review the salaries of the president and ministers and some key political office holders as well, because if you imagine a president earning 1.5 million naira, then what is his vice president earning? And a minister is earning less than a million naira. That's just something. And they're saying the head of some agencies earn about times 20 of what the president is earning. So it is long overdue for the salaries of the president to be reviewed. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
I am Taiwo from Amoje 5, Ibadan.
Honorable Taiwo from Amoje constituency. Good to have you on the show. Let's have your take real quick.
I wonder why they are saying your president is taking 1.1 and it's so absurd or something like that. Are they using that money to buy anything at all? That's number one. Number two, since all this time, who has been there that has ever even think of reviewing that money, that monthly pay? Who among them has been there and has even complained at all? That's number two. Number three, what are the allowances they are taking per month? Can we know that? Can we just know that? That money they are taking per month, are they using it to transport themselves to the office where they are working? Or what is it that they are using that money for? Tell me now, what is it? So they should tell us this. God bless you people there.
Thank you so much, sir. Honorable Taiwo, for calling in. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me upon or to send messages to. Let me know what your take is regarding this situation. We are looking at the, soon to be upward review of the salaries of major political office holders. So the RFMAC is saying that the president, the first citizen of this country, is earning 1.5 million naira a month, and it called it a joke. It says you are paying the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1.5 million naira a month with a population of over 200 million people. Everybody believes it is a joke. That was what he said. He further argued that the disparity between political office holders and heads of federal agency was actually unjustifiable, pointing out that some agency chiefs earn up to 20 times more than ministers or even attorney generals of the federation. So what is your take? We're looking at the upward review of the president's salary, that of the ministers as well, and it is even that of what's it called now, the vice president. I don't even want to think about it. That man is earning, president is earning 1.5. So what do you think the vice president is earning? 07055 071 007. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bola.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from. Hello.
Thank you. I'm Honorable Bossa speaking from Ibadan constituency.
Good to have you on the show. So let's have your take.
You see, in the first place, I don't agree with what the report says, which is that the last time they reviewed the revenue or minimum wages of the president and others since 2008. It is not true, because even before former president, late president Muhammadu Buhari became hex, as in before, I think 2022 or thereabout, was a review and they increased their minimum wages. That is just different. So them coming to tell us now that they are going to review the salaries, it's a misplaced priority on one hand. And on the other hand, instead of them to be saying they should increase minimum wages, why not view the economic policies of this nation and work on how to improve things and get standard of living of Nigerians better? Because it is obvious that it is the policies of Mr. President and every other one under their leadership that is bringing about expensive things, inflation in everything we buy. And that is the reason why they are also being affected, that they are seeing it that 1.5 is too small for Mr. President to spend in a month, or to earn in a month, which is obvious to us that we know he doesn't spend that money for anything. And if a president cannot even make sacrifice of his own income, that is the salaries of 1.5 or more, on how to develop this nation, how much more the state government that is doing that? That's Oyo State government. I think since the beginning of his administration, he said he will be sacrificing his own minimum, his own salaries to for the gratuity of teachers or retirees of the state that are being put for long. That is all the backlogs that that are pending that are not being considered at all. So they should be using his own salary to be sorting those people. So imagine the state government doing a state governor doing that. What our own president? So if they cannot make their own salary for sacrifices, knowing fully well that their allowances are exorbitant, and they not even open up to tell us how much their allowances are. So it's a shame on their part. I only urge them to please work on our economic policies and make things get.
2008. He went on to say you are paying the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1.5 million naira a month with a population of over 200 million people. Everybody believes that it is a joke. That was what he said. And he argued that, political office holders are earning lesser than some federal heads of federal agencies in Nigeria, pointing out that some of these agency chiefs earn times 20 what the minister or a minister or even the attorney general of the federation is earning. So therefore, it is just fair, right? Because this pay that you're paying the president and political office holders is just unfair and unjustifiable. So let me know what your take is, because as a lot of Nigerians have kicked against it, saying that you're saying the money is small, then how much more a person earning lesser than 70,000 naira? Because not even all states are paying that minimum wage of 70,000 naira. Some states are paying, some are not paying. And according to NBS reports in 2022, it says that lots of Nigerians, about 64% of Nigerians are in poverty, with more in the rural area than the urban area. So, and that statistics has not still changed. So a lot of people are saying that if you're saying this is not enough for you, then what should, the public do? Though the RMAFC saying we're not responsible for the increment in salaries of, civil servants, we're just focused on that of political office holders. What do you think? Do you think this is the right time to have that conversation and say, you know what, it is time to review the salaries of political office holders? Or you think that, it is long overdue? The last time it was reviewed was in 2008 and it has remained that since then. Let me know what your take is. 07025 201 007, 07025 201 007, or 07055 071 007. Drop your comments live on Facebook as well. We're on Facebook at Melody 100.7 FM. Melody 100.7 FM is the handle on Facebook. I'll be taking comments in a bit. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. The federal government is considering an upward review of the salaries of political office holders. What do you make of this? All right, so I lost that call, so try calling me back. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. All right, so there is Danny Krantz saying it go reach one stage, go fit vex for Nigeria matter again, and at the stage I did now. Okay, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Let me know what your take is. The federal government is planning an upward review or increment in the salaries of political office holders, saying that it is long overdue. Okay, so let me know what your take is. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007. Please keep trying. Another call came in now and dropped. 07055 071 007. You can also send messages if you have been trying to get into the studio and it's not going through. Try sending a message to either of those numbers, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007, 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. Lizzie says, but the 70% minimum wage is adequate, right? I blame those defending this administration. 07055 071 007 or 07025 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 007. All right, this message says from Eze, that is Honorable Eze Jude from Malakia, says Nigeria is the best country to be a politician. No matter what you do to the people, they will just sit there and take it. Some will even come online with borrowed data to defend you on empty stomachs. 07055 071 007. If you're just joining in, this is the People's Assembly on Melody 100.7 FM. The show is Melody Sunrise, and People's Assembly is a segment. So we're discussing today the possible upward review of salaries of political office holders in Nigeria. So according to RMAFC,
why we are saying we want to increase the percentage. Can't just this sacrifice a little for this country? Can't just this sacrifice? We have had a situation where Alhaji Lateef Kayode Conde was working in Lagos there as a governor of the state from his home. From his own household, and using one long time car to his office. Why can't we just sacrifice? They're asking us to sacrifice, isn't it? And we have been sacrificing since this administration comes up. We have been there sacrificing, so they cannot sacrifice. And like all status, this our president is even rich enough now to take good care of himself. In fact, if I were him, I would say I don't need that salary. You can sacrifice for this country now. You're having all this. In fact, all whatever he wants to get, they will give him in that place there. It's always in the budget there. And even after the 4 years now, or 8 years rather, you have a house to yourself, you have the salary to your debt, and not the rest of juicy allowances. What are we talking about? And Nigerians are suffering like this. And you are talking of salary for you again in that office. When we know how much is even going away in this country, as far as corruption is concerned. God bless you people there. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Honorable Taiwo, for calling. 07055 071 007 or 07025 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 007. We're looking at the possible upward review of the salaries of political office holders in the country. Okay, so the masses are kicking against it, saying that even the minimum wage that you are saying that are being paid, not all states are paying it, as they faced a backlash over the pay raise rather for political office holders. Now, this news is from yesterday because a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Bode George, has taken a swipe at the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission over its plan to review upward the salaries of President Tinubu, his cabinet members, and other categories of elected political office holders. Now, according to the Punch newspaper, it was reported that the RMAFC chairman, Mohammed Shehu, on Monday at a press conference in Abuja, disclosed that the president earns a 1.5 million naira monthly, while ministers receive less than 1 million naira, figures that have remained unchanged since 2008. And, it It said it's about time that people support the commission to come up with reasonable living salaries for ministers, DGs, and the president. That was what the RMAFC boss stated on Monday. Now, speaking with the Punch newspaper on the matter, Bode George actually described the mere thought of an increment in the salaries of the president and other political leaders as a display of selfish attitude by the RMAFC. He said this is very insensitive attitude. The people are angry, and between the people and the government, we should sacrifice for the other. Why are they thinking about this now? That is why I told Okonjo Iweala to get off, because of the things she was saying recently. And in a sensible country, who should sacrifice for the other? And what are they reviewing their salaries for? Look at the billions they have to play with. These people should have the fear of God and do the right thing for once. Families are hungry and unable to pay school fees for their children. They should bother these people, not an increase in the earnings of politicians. Also, a Labour Party chieftain and national coordinator of the Obedient Movement, Tanko Yenusa, said this is not right time to increase the salaries of elected political office holders, considering the fact that majority of the civil servants are grossly underpaid. Even the lecturers are kicking against it, saying they've been talking about how the government should allocate more money fundings for universities since 2022, and since then nothing has been done still. While the civil servants are saying if some civil servants in the country, not all of them, are earning 70,000 naira minimum wage, because not all states can afford to pay 70,000 naira as the minimum wage, and why should the president have his salaries increased? Even those earning 70,000 naira as the minimum wage, the money is still more or less like nothing, no value, because it can't buy much things that they need. But what do you think of this? The RMAFC saying that these salaries have not been reviewed since 2008, and it is long overdue because it is sounding like a joke that you're paying the first citizen of the country 1.5 million naira per month. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Honorable. From
good to have you on the show, Honorable Folashade.
Thank you.
What is your
From
take?
my own point of view, I think it's not a good one. Because you don't know the present situation of the common men in Nigeria. Even those states that are spending, even as government said, minimum wage to 70k. Even some states are yet to pay it. Some states are still paying 18,000 naira as the minimum wage. So for them to think about increasing the president's salary, the selfish move. So I think it's a selfish move. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Folashade. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to. You can text me also via SMS on either of those numbers: 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can head to Facebook as well and drop your comment right there at Melody 100.7 FM. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We have about 9 more minutes to have this conversation, and let me know what your thoughts are if you want to call 07025 201 007 or 07055 071 007. This one is from J Kings, says, will you also consider the increase and addition to benefit? I lost that call again. Please do call me back. Okay, this one says, will you also consider the increase and addition to the benefit of citizens of Nigeria that you also called govern? Okay, so I get that. Will you also consider the increase and addition to the benefit of citizens of Nigeria that you also called govern? Okay, so let me know. 07055 071 007. But don't you think so that if you're saying that, the country is hard, so to say, just trying to play the devil's advocate here, right? And this man is doing the most important job, saying the president in this case, the most important job in Nigeria. This man travels out of the country, risks his life and limb to go for summits representing the country and all of these things. So won't you say that all of this stress, and most of the times, if you look at the trend in the past couple of years, every president that we've had, or most presidents that we've had, not all of them, most of them actually do come back out with probably health issues. I mean, because it takes a toll. It is not easy. Being the first citizen of the country of over 200 million people, you think it's a joke. Now, our MAFC is saying that this work that you're giving this person and the pay they are taking is not adding up. The work is a lot. Before I wake up and say, okay, I want to meet with several people and help Nigerians, with better economy, better education, and all of these things. They're saying 1.5 million naira a month. It is too small. It sounds like a joke, right? For the president to be taking 1.5 million naira a month. And the ministers, less than a million naira, whereby some federal agencies, the head or chief of these federal agencies, some of them earn times 20 of what ministers are earning. That is what the RMAFC boss is saying. So they are trying to balance all of it and increase the salaries of these political office holders. What do you have to say about it? Though they've actually told Nigerians that we are not responsible for the increment of salaries for civil servants. We just deal with political office holders, okay? So basically, what do you think? Do you think the agency responsible for the increment of a civil servant should also take initiative and work on the increment? Because a lot of people are saying that even that 70,000 naira is not enough for an average civil servant. And mind you, not all states are paying that 70,000 naira minimum wage to civil servants. What do you think of all of this? 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to call me up on or to send messages to me on, okay? You can also head to Facebook and drop your comments and let me know what your thoughts are regarding the situation. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. All right, so we have 4 more minutes to have this conversation, so you can drop messages or call me up, okay? So this one is from Wanimi, okay, says Wanimi from Akobo, says the real people working for this country are getting paid peanut and you want to increase even though you get paid well. Wow, wow, wow. This country is crazy and it breaks my heart. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can head to Facebook and drop your comments right there. Let me know what your take is. Akorede Akipelu says, Akorede Akipelu, okay. Thank you for your comment. A beautiful morning to you. All right, so let me know, what do you think of this, situation, this conversation that we are having this morning? Do you think the upward review of political office holders' salaries is long overdue? It is something that should be done. Or you think that it is just selfish, as some people have rightly pointed out, and insensitive at this point in time in the country. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. 2 more minutes and we'll wrap up this conversation. 07025 201 007, or 07055 071 007. Let me know what you think. The Oluchi says, this better be a joke. And in capital letters, this had better be a joke. It is not a joking stuff. I want to tell you right now, Oluchi, that Honorable Oluchi, it is not a joking stuff. It is reality. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. I lost our call again. Try calling me back. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. You can drop your comments on Facebook as well, or just send me messages. Okay, so let me know what your take is or what your thoughts are concerning this conversation today. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Marvin, it's kind of like a lot of mixed reactions, so to say, meeting with this one, and it's just more of what people are saying, and saying minimum wage is a problem, and right now the political office holders are fighting for, increment in salaries when it took forever for an average Nigerian to get an increment in salary. And even when that came, not even all states are paying that much right now. And we are having others actually saying that maybe, just maybe. Others are just laughing. So Manny speaks, okay, says Manny from... okay, Laurie Shogo says, citizens just allowed these men to do anyhow. Okay, let's wait and see. Okay, 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. This one is more or less a joke, says, okay, Cabin says, honestly, the money is small. Have you seen how much baddies are charging them for upkeep now? Easy at all. That's really hilarious. 07055 071 007 and 07025 201 007. Let us know what your take is. This is the final comment that I'll be reading. It says, yet you left health workers, teachers, police and civil servants and other Nigerians struggling with bare minimum. Okay, so I think that wraps up this conversation for today. And People's Assembly returns tomorrow. Okay, People's Assembly returns tomorrow, but it's going to be with the pretty finest on behind the console. Okay, at the M's of Affairs. Okay, so basically by 9:45 we would be rolling into the Melody Surprise segment. So if you have someone that you want to celebrate, now is the time for you to send a message. No calls, just message. Send me a message, whatever it is you're celebrating them for, their name and their phone number and your name, and I will be here to deliver your message to them. I'll be calling them on your behalf, and that is what I'll be doing between 9:45 and 9:55, where I wrap up the conversation. Okay, the show rather, in its entirety for today. 07055 071 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to send messages to if you have someone that you want me to call for you. Okay, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers. Send messages and let me know who I would be calling on you. And I'm still very much here.
Oh girl, you're shining. You know you're my diamond. You need reminding. This moment of timing when your soul needs aligning. It's me you confiding, seeking and hiding. You know where to find me, babe. What's it gonna be? What we gonna do? Here we go again. This ain't
felt, it's how you feel. We built this all wrong, I'll take blame, but instead of us tearing it down, we'll rearrange, baby. Don't let it fall, girl. Don't let it fall.
Don't wanna fight no more. Keep me where I belong. I've tried and I've tried, but I just can't hide from your love.
Oh, girl, you're shining. Know you're my diamond. You need reminding. This moment of timing when your soul needs aligning. It's me you confiding, seeking and hiding. You know where to find me, babe. Search now, take your shoes off, put your purse down. How you gonna tell me that it's never gonna work now? Type of shit to make me put a verse down. Worse now, cause we made our bed and got a lay in it. Thought it wasn't hard for me, but every day it is. Heartbreak, such a dark place, but we stay in it. What I'm saying is exactly what I say it is. I found you, I feel your presence when I'm not around you. Queen in your city, they need to crown you. Holy water, baby, let me drown you. Fire and water, I gotta allow you. Burn out, then reappear. Light still guiding you home, you know I'm there. And rest assured, if you ever needed help or just need a place to hide, no, I'll keep it to myself. Word. Oh, girl, you're shining. Know you're my diamond. You need reminding. This moment of timing when your soul needs aligning. It's me you confiding, seeking and hiding. You know where to find me, babe.
Melody FM 100.7.
Only gave you my heart, you ain't protected. Plenty nights I went out with squad, you felt neglected. If I know you was gonna break your word, you should've kept it. Then you got me blowing up your phone, I'm feeling desperate. You used to be with me a lot, and I put you through a lot. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. So I'ma bow down. I'ma you on your cycle, lay the towel down. When I fuck you from the back and make a loud sound. She only fucked on 2 niggas, that's something to be proud about. And you know I trust this bitch. He logged in my bank account, pop up new chain. Favorite rapper, 2 chains. Fuck the bitch in blue flame.
Rapido like Usain. I be on you sometimes. I can't expect you to stay. You deserve a bouquet. You deserve a true label. Fuck the post on that page. You supposed to be great. Your face, you just laugh in your head. Why this nigga so fake? Yeah. And on the real, we should break. Gonna run away at your pace, cause I'm a walking mistake. I try to buy my way out. You keep the gifts, but they lame. Replace these commas with rockets, cause you would rather your space. She gon' find her solace in knowing the nigga damage. So she gon' take my heart, cause the nigga took her for granted. Damn it.
I only gave you my heart, you ain't protected. Plenty nights I went out with squad, you felt neglected. If I know you was gonna break your word, you should've kept it. And you got me blowing up your phone, I'm feeling desperate. You used to be with me a lot, and I put you through a lot. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart. Don't break my heart, girl, please don't break my heart.
Okay, this is a story about about this shawty I know. Kicked it in DC United, but now I bet her I do. She was really too pressed, me I was really too rude. So I got caught with my pants down, I should've gave her the moon. Now I live in denial, falling back and you cool. No longer apple of eye, that's why my taxes ain't blue. A woman heart isn't black until all your taxes ain't blue. It's bittersweet, she can't ignore what could never get through. Still at the door, desperate, immature. Got your sister saying, sister, just say Roger, go home. Share your view with the crew. We popular, so it's rough. Cause everybody know you and I, but nobody know us. I lied to you enough. Your pride swallowed too much. I'm sorry, I said sorry so much. That's what I become. And it's over, it's done. You found somebody else. My first thought, do I know him? When that should have been why I let him. Thought you keep me from cheating, but your abundance of love. I thought I'd keep you from cheating. I kept you coming so much, but so what?
I only gave you my heart. You
now you done, huh?
Plenty nights I went out with squad. You felt neglected. If I know you was gonna break your word, you should've kept it.
Fatality.
And you got me blowing up
Got
your phone. I'm feeling desperate. You used to be with me a lot.
A lot.
And I put you to a lie. Don't break my heart, girl. Please don't break my heart.
It's too late.
Don't break my heart, girl. Please don't break my heart.
Too late.
Don't break my heart, girl. Please don't break my heart.
It's too late.
Don't break my heart, girl. Please don't break my heart.
It's too late. Yeah. Oh, now you done, huh? All right, I deserve that. But if you ever find yourself out of favor with that nigga, just pull up.
I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
Darling Rose, my darling Rose, yeah, yeah. Darling Rose, yeah, yeah. My darling Rose, yeah, yeah. Darling Rose, my darling Rose, darling Rose, my darling Rose. Baby, dead up to the demons. Do me, little Jesus. Girl, I get jealous when I see you with another man. Dead up to the demons. Do me, little Jesus, I swear. Girl, I get jealous when I see another man shadow. She be a cold day. I be make a wait for you. She be a cold day. She be a cold day for me. She be a cold day. I be make a wait for you. She be a cold day. She be a cold. I go pray angels for you. I just say rosary for you. I go call all heavens for you. I go day on my knees for you. Pray angels for you. I just say rosary for you. Call all heavens for you. I go day on my knees for you. Another one, another one, another one. We go there. Another one, we go there. Another one, another one, another one. We go there. Another one, we go there. Yeah, yeah. Darling Rose, my darling Rose, darling Rose, my darling Rose, darling Rose, my darling Rose, darling Rose, my darling Rose. She be a cold day. I be make a wait for you. She be a cold day. She be a cold day for me. She be a cold day. I be make a wait for you. She be a cold day. She be a cold. I go pray angels for you. I just say rosary for you. I go call all heavens for you. I go day on my knees for you. Pray angels for you. I just say rosary for you. Call all heavens for you. I go day on my knees for you. You need another one, another one, another one. We go there, another one. We go there. You need another one, another one, another one. We go there.
I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
La 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 la.
All right, it is 9:54 a.m. from the studios of Melody 100.7 FM, and it is time for me to pack my kaya and step out of the studios. This has been Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bolabad. Okay, so a big thank you to every single person that called in, tried to call in, to people that texted, people that dropped messages on, via SMS as well, and dropped a comment as well. Thank you so much. It returns tomorrow, like I said. Melody Sunrise returns tomorrow with Pretty Finest, the Elms of Affair. But I'll be back on Friday morning. Yes, God keep us, God willing. I'll be back on Melody Sunrise on Friday. But in the meantime, do well to follow us across all social media platforms at Melody 100.7 FM. That is Melody 100.7 FM across all socials. But for me, it is at Bolabad across all social media platforms. That is BOLABAD, no space. Okay, till Friday. Have a great day ahead of you. Stay dry, okay, and stay safe. God bless you, and God bless Nigeria. Handing you over to Drella. The title of the song is Celebration. Till tomorrow, till Friday.